You're losing up to $1,500 this year. And most people don't even realize it's happening. Your groceries, your car, your laptop, even the clothes on your back, all quietly getting more expensive. And it's not inflation this time. It's tariffs. Right now, the United States is charging the highest import tax rates in over 80 years, and businesses that absorbed those costs for the past year are finally passing them on to you. That $1,500 number comes from Yale's Budget Lab, one of the most respected economic research teams in the country. The estimated extra cost per household in 2026 from tariffs alone. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly where these hidden price hikes are hitting hardest and 5 moves you can make right now to protect your wallet. But first, you need to understand how tariffs actually work, because most people get this wrong. Let's break it down. A tariff is a tax on imported goods. When a product enters the United States from another country, the government charges a fee at the border. Here's the part most people miss. The foreign company doesn't pay that tax. The American importer does. And eventually, that cost gets passed straight to you at the register. Think of it like a toll road between countries. The toll gets built into the price of every product that crosses that road. And you're the one paying for it every time you buy. So what's actually happening right now? Earlier this year, the Supreme Court struck down one set of tariffs, but new ones replaced them within hours. Nothing really changed for your wallet. A 10% blanket surcharge now applies to nearly all imports. On top of that, tariffs on steel, aluminum, and cars remain at 25% or higher, and Chinese goods still face rates between 30 and 60%. The bottom line, tariffs are still here, and they're still raising prices. And this is where it gets worse. For most of 2025, businesses absorbed roughly 80% of tariff costs. They ate into their own margins to keep your prices stable. That cushion is gone now, and this is where people start feeling it. Analysts expect that ratio to flip in 2026, with consumers paying the majority of the bill. The price wave hasn't fully hit yet, but it's already showing up in 5 major areas. First, cars. This is where it hits hardest. Tariffs on imported vehicles and parts have added billions in costs to the auto industry. Even American-made vehicles use foreign parts, and those parts are taxed too. The estimated increase is $2,000 to $4,000 per new vehicle, and automakers have confirmed they can't keep absorbing it. Second, electronics. Most consumer electronics are imported, with a huge share coming from China, where tariffs run 30 to 60%. Durable goods prices are projected to rise roughly 4.5% this year. A $1,000 laptop could now carry $150 to $300 in hidden tariff costs. Third, groceries. Overall grocery inflation slowed to about 1.9% through March. But here's the part nobody is talking about. The tariff impact on food typically lags 12 to 18 months. That means the full hit is expected mid to late 2026. Fresh produce from Mexico, tomatoes, avocados, limes, bell peppers, is among the most exposed. The USDA forecasts food-at-home costs will rise more than 3% this year. Fourth, clothing. About 97% of clothing sold in the United States is imported. The current surcharge adds 10 to 25% depending on the source country. This is one category where there is almost no domestic alternative to absorb the shock. And fifth, home goods and appliances. Steel and aluminum tariffs at 25 to 50% directly increase the cost of appliances, furniture, and building materials. If you're renovating or furnishing a home, the materials cost more before you even walk into the store. Now here's the part that actually matters: what you can do about it. You can't control trade policy, but you can control how you respond to it. Here are 5 moves to protect your money starting today. Step 1. Find your exposure. Pull up your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Sort your spending into the 5 areas we just covered: cars, electronics, groceries, clothing, and home goods. Once you see where tariffs are hitting your budget hardest, you can make targeted cuts instead of guessing. Step 2. Time your big purchases carefully. If you've been planning to buy a car, a laptop, or a major appliance, don't wait to see what happens. Prices on these items are moving in one direction. If the budget is already set aside, buying sooner saves you money compared to 6 months from now when full tariff pass-through has hit. But only buy what you had already planned to buy. This is not a reason to panic spend. Step 3. Switch to domestic and store brand alternatives. Tariffs only apply to imported goods. Domestic products aren't taxed at the border. In the grocery aisle, store brands sourced from American producers can cut your food bill without sacrificing quality. For clothing, the secondhand market, thrift stores, resale apps, consignment shops avoids tariff markups entirely. Step 4. Build your cash buffer. This is the most important move on this list. When prices rise across the board, the people who get hurt worst are the ones with zero margin. If your emergency fund is thin or non-existent, start building it now. Even $50 a month matters. A high-yield savings account earning 4% or more gives your buffer a fighting chance against rising costs. Step 5. Don't let tariffs derail your long-term goals. This is the mistake most people will make next. They'll pause retirement contributions or stop investing because everyday costs went up. Don't do that. Tariffs create short-term price pressure. Your 401k, your debt payoff plan, and your investment strategy are long-term games. Adjust your spending on the margins and protect the financial moves that compound over years. Here's the bottom line. Tariffs are a tax, and right now, that tax is shifting from businesses onto consumers. The people who adjust early pay less. The people who ignore it pay more. That's how it works. Let's recap the 5 steps. Find where you're most exposed. Time big purchases before the full price wave hits. Switch to domestic and store brand alternatives where you can. Build your emergency cash buffer now. And keep your long-term financial plan on track no matter what. If you want to master money in America, subscribe. Every week, we break down the financial system into simple strategies anyone can use. No finance degree required. Next week, we're covering why building a $1,000 emergency fund is the single most important financial move you can make in 2026, and exactly how to do it step by step, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Tariffs don't show up on your receipt, but they show up in your bank account. Start protecting it today. I'll see you in the next one.